Today we are starting Unit 3, Lesson 1, Building Blocks and Systems. First, let's take a few minutes to look at the vocabulary words that you're going to be hearing in this lesson. Number 1 is cells. It is a noun. Cells are the smallest units that make up living things and that are most often microscopic. An example would be that the human body is made up of trillions of tiny cells, most of which are too small to be seen by the naked eye. Our next word, number 2, is circulate. It is a verb. Circulate means to move around in a loop or circle. An example would be that the steam and heat circulate throughout the pipes, keeping the room warm and cozy. Some variations to the word circulate could be circulates, circulated, and circulating. Number 3, our word is functions. Functions is a noun. Functions are the actions or activities that something was designed to do. An example, a dictionary has many functions, but I use it most often to check the definition of a word. Number 4, interconnected. That is an adjective. Interconnected means having connections or things that are related to one another. An example, the house's electrical system and heating system are interconnected. So if the power goes out, the heating system will not work. Number 5 is the word organs. Organs is a noun. Major parts of the body formed by many tissues that perform specific functions. An example might be Tobias donated one of his organs, a kidney, to his cousin Paul in order to help Paul's body function better. Number 6, systems. Systems is a noun. Systems are groups of items or things that are connected and work together as a single item to achieve a particular result. An example, both the railroad and highway system made it easier for Americans to travel around the country. And our last word, number 7, tissues. Tissues, in the case of number 7, is not like a Kleenex. It is a noun. Instead, these are the masses of cells that have specific structure and come together to form an organ. An example, the doctor studied the connective tissue of his patients to figure out why he had knee joint pain. Let's look at the words again. We have cells, circulate, functions, interconnected, organs, systems, and tissues. Okay, so what do we need to know going into Lesson 1? One of the things you will learn about is how the human body works, and we're going to review different ways that we can keep our body healthy. We're also going to learn that there are 3 human body systems. One is the skeletal, the muscular, and then you have the nervous systems. And we're also going to learn about how they work together to help the human body to function. Remember Dr. Wellbody, the rhyming pediatrician that you may have heard about in first grade when you studied the human body? We're going to be learning more about the human body through our narrator, Ricardo, who loves to tell riddles about the human body. Remember that a narrator is the person who is telling the story. He's going to be telling riddles. Think for a minute about what a riddle is. Remember that a riddle is a question that we give hints to try to figure out what we're talking about. So our purpose for listening, today we're going to listen carefully to hear a little bit about the skeletal, muscular, nervous, digestive, circulatory, respiratory, and excretory systems. We're going to be hearing riddles about each of these systems. So let's listen carefully to guess what the correct answers are. Listen carefully to find out about how the building blocks of the human body work together. Hello, everybody. I'm Ricardo. I'm in the 4th grade and I'm fascinated by the human body and its complex, interconnected systems. I hope to continue to learn about the human body in great detail and become a doctor someday. Dr. Wellbody is a friend of mine. Who remembers Dr. Wellbody? She's the rhyming pediatrician whom some of you may have met when you were in 1st grade. Dr. Wellbody taught you about your body using several rhymes like this one. Everybody has a body, and I have one too. It is grand to understand these things our bodies do. Dr. Wellbody just happens to be my very own pediatrician. She's also one of my teachers. Not the kind of teacher you find in school, because she's taught me so much about my body. She has asked me to come and share a little of what I've learned with you. Thanks for welcoming me. I can't wait. Our bodies are often compared with machines. That comparison may seem strange to you at first because machines are non-living objects, and our bodies are very much alive. But think about it. Machines are made up of networks or groups of complex interconnected systems. Human body systems include lots of different parts that work together to perform very special jobs. Dr. Wellbody says that our bodies are most marvelous machines on earth, and I think you will agree with her once we review how our bodies work. Just as Dr. Wellbody loves rhymes, I love riddles. So expect to hear a lot of riddles from me. Let's begin our lesson with one now. I am as strong as a tree trunk, but with little help from other human body systems. I can bend in many directions. I give your body shape. What am I? Do you know what he's talking about? It's your skeleton. Does anyone know which system of the body includes your skeleton? Your skeletal system. That bony system that supports you and protects important organs inside your body. The skeletal system is one of the many systems that works together in your body. Now, I'm going to ask you some more riddles. See if you can match the riddle to the right body system. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. I'm the system that makes your bones move. I also help you blink and swallow. What system am I? The muscular system is made up of muscles. Muscles are the motors of the human machine, and they keep your body moving in lots of different ways. Some are attached to your bones to help you run and throw a ball. Others line the walls of your stomach, squeezing in and then relaxing to help digest your food. Small muscles in your face help you smile. Your strongest and most important muscle, your heart, works nonstop, pumping blood throughout your body day and night. Here's the next riddle. Without me, you would not be able to feel or see or hear. I control your senses by sending messages to my command center, the brain. What system am I? That would be your nervous system. The nervous system is your body's communicator. It tells your body what to do. Nerves run throughout your body from head to toe like a giant road system. Nerves send messages up and down your spine to your brain. The nervous system controls your muscles, telling them how to move. It also helps all your other systems do their job. Here's your next riddle. I work like a food processing machine. You put food in your mouth and I churn it up for the rest of your body to use as fuel. What system am I? That's your digestive system. The digestive system helps you to digest or break down your food. It splits your food into nutrients, giving your body energy to live and grow. Food enters your mouth and travels down a long tube called the esophagus, all the way to the stomach and the intestines. It takes food nearly 2 days to pass all the way through your body. Are you ready for another riddle? I work like a water filter, getting rid of harmful substances in the liquid that passes through your body. I excrete them or push them out of the body. What system am I? That would be your excretory system. The excretory system excretes or gets rid of liquids such as sweat and urine that may be harmful to your body. Your skin, the largest organ of the body, excretes sweat through its many pores. A pair of organs called the kidneys filter harmful substances and extra water from the blood and sends them to your bladder. Your bladder looks like a bag holding excess fluid or urine until it's ready to pass out of your body. Here's another riddle. I'm your body's delivery system. I deliver nutrients and oxygen to all parts of your body. Nutrients and oxygen circulate or are carried through the body by blood vessels. The heart acts as my pump. What system am I? That's your circulatory system. The circulatory system is made up of your heart, blood vessels, and blood. Blood enters your heart and is pumped into a large blood vessel. Blood vessels carry blood to every part of your body and loop back again. The circulation of blood carrying nutrients and oxygen happens all day and all night. Here's the last riddle for you. I carry oxygen to your blood. Without oxygen, you cannot survive. I also get rid of the gas carbon dioxide that the body does not need. I help you to breathe. What system am I? That's your respiratory system. The respiratory system brings air filled with oxygen into your body. You can live without food for days, but you cannot live for more than a few minutes without oxygen. You breathe in air through your mouth and nose and exhale a gas called carbon dioxide. Air travels through a tube into your lungs, the organs that take up most of your chest. Your lungs take in oxygen that keeps you alive. You may have learned about the muscles below the lungs that make room for lungs to expand when you breathe. We learned about this some when we were doing the animal kingdom, I believe. That muscle was called the diaphragm. And the diaphragm actually is right up here underneath your lungs. Wow, everyone, you've identified 7 of the body's systems. Let's look at those again. We had the skeletal system. We had the muscular system. Then we had the nervous system, the digestive system, the excretory system, the circulatory system, and finally, the respiratory system. Now it's time to find out what all these systems have in common. The systems of the human body are an organ system. Each system is made up of organs, part of the body with clearly defined functions. For example, your stomach is an organ. Your stomach works closely with all your other organs, your mouth, your esophagus, your liver, and your intestines. These organs are all part of your digestive system. Each one of these organs has a specific function to perform as part of your digestive system's overall job, breaking down your food. So let's look at the poster that I have on the screen right now. These are the building blocks. An organ, these are some of the different kinds of cells. These are the different kinds of cells that we have. We have red blood cells, skin cells, nerve cells, and muscle cells. We'll come back to that in just a minute. Let's finish talking a little bit about our systems. So organs are made up of tissues, and tissues are made up of cells. And cells have specific structures and come together to form organs. There are many different types of tissue. There could be bone and muscle and skin and blood and nerve tissue. And each different kind of tissue is made up of a different group of cells. Each type of cell may be similar that create that tissue, and they all have very specific jobs. So here are our cells again. We had our red blood cells. Those are the cells that form and make our blood. We have skin cells. Those are the cells that come together to make our skin or form our skin, which is an organ. We have nerve cells. These would be found in our nervous system. Our blood cells, of course, would be found in our circulatory system. Muscle cells are found throughout our muscular system. Cells, of course, come in all shapes and sizes, depending upon the jobs they perform. Like I just said, red blood cells, they look like bagels with dents inside instead of holes. They travel through your blood carrying important nutrients all over your body. Skin cells are grouped together in the skin tissue. They are packed tightly together and form a protective boundary between you and your environment. Your skin is, of course, your largest organ. Nerve cells are grouped together in nerve tissue and often have long extensions that send and receive messages quickly. Muscle cells are grouped together in muscle tissue, and they look very different too. They are long and lean because they help the body move as they stretch. Now, we can't see cells with our naked eye because cells are very, very tiny. They are so tiny, in fact, that nobody even knew they existed until they were seen underneath a microscope. And the microscope was only invented about 400 years ago. Microscopes actually magnify cells. They make them big enough for us to see them and for us to study them. Each body system that we've looked at is made up of different types of cells. There are over 200 different types of cells in your body. And everything you do, from breathing to eating to running to sleeping, requires lots of working cells. They are truly the building blocks of your body. So it takes all of those cells to make up each of our 7 different body systems. Without these cells, there would be no tissue. There'd be no body organs, no body systems. In fact, all living things have cells. There would be no living things on Earth if it wasn't for the cells. Cells are alive, and living things don't last forever. Some cells live for only a few days. Others live for years. Some cells become damaged when you get hurt, and others wear out over time. But inside your body's tissue, cells are constantly dividing and multiplying. 1 cell becomes 2 cells, and 2 cells become 4, and 4 become 8, and so forth. As cells die, the dead cells are replaced with new cells on a daily basis. Isn't the life cycle of cells amazing? Well, everybody, we're out of time for today. Today, you heard a little bit about a lot of body systems. Next time, I'll be back to give you a peek inside your body. I'm looking forward to discussing the human body systems with you. See you next time. So let's look at Ricardo for a minute. Ricardo's wearing a pretty cool looking shirt. What system do you think he's going to tell us about tomorrow? So let's look for a minute at one of our special vocabulary words. Say the word in your head with me as I say it. Interconnected. Interconnected. In the read aloud, you heard Ricardo say that he was in the 4th grade and he was fascinated by the human body and its complex, interconnected systems. Interconnected refers to the connections or things that are related to one another. So think about, what are some of the things that are interconnected? What part of speech is the word interconnected? So think back to the beginning of our lesson today and think, what did the word interconnected mean? Later, you're going to be looking at synonyms and antonyms and thinking about the word interconnected. Let's actually go ahead and look at that real quick. Let me skip through. So remember synonyms and antonyms. Synonyms are things that mean the same. Antonyms are things that are different. So if I said that the word related, and I'm thinking about interconnected, do you think that the word related is a synonym or an antonym to the word interconnected? Related is actually a synonym because it does mean the same. What about the word separate? Separate is an antonym. That means it's opposite. Remember, interconnected means connected together. And if something is separated, it is not interconnected. What about the word linked? And joined? Or unrelated? Okay, so tomorrow we will learn more about the skeletal system. Let's review real quick our 7 systems again. We have the skeletal system, the digestive system, the circulatory system, the respiratory system, the excretory system, the muscular system, and the nervous system. And tomorrow we're going to be learning more about the skeletal system.